is no time in spirit. What we call delay is only our own resistance. What we think of as struggle is often just misalignment. The truth is simple. When your inner world is in harmony, the outer world responds instantly. You do not have to beg, you do not have to chase. All that is meant for you is already circling around you, waiting for your vibration to say yes. Let us now explore how you can collapse time and effortlessly call your desires into form without force, without fear, and without waiting. You are not behind in life. You are not late. You have not missed anything that was truly meant for you. Everything is unfolding in divine perfection, even if your human mind cannot yet see it. The moment you stop looking at the clock and begin trusting divine timing, your whole world begins to soften, to realign, to breathe. There is a sacred rhythm to this life, one that moves in harmony with your soul's journey. But when you constantly check the clock, measure your progress, compare your pace, or judge your timeline, you cut yourself off from that sacred rhythm. You fall into the illusion that life is a race, and you begin to believe that something is wrong with you because it hasn't happened yet. But the truth is, it's not about time, it's about readiness. The universe is not in a rush. Spirit is not panicked. Your soul is not behind. Time is a tool for the physical world, not a measurement of your worth, your potential, or your destiny. Divine timing works on the vibration of alignment, not the ticking of a clock. When something is meant for you, it will arrive, not a second too late and not a moment too soon. Your only job is to be ready to receive. When you chase after time, you create anxiety. You place yourself in a constant state of tension, believing that you have to force things to happen. But the more you try to control timing, the more you push your good away. Manifestation is not about control, it's about surrender. Surrender is not giving up, it's opening up. It is saying, I trust that what I've asked for is already mine and I'm willing to receive it in perfect order. It is knowing that you don't have to beg for what's already yours. It is understanding that your vibration is always being matched. And when your inner world is calm and trusting, the outer world begins to respond with grace and speed. You may not see it yet, but the universe has already started moving things in your favor. The people you need, the opportunities you've asked for, the healing you've longed for, it's all lining up. But to see it clearly, to experience it fully, you must stop demanding that it happen on your schedule. The divine doesn't work by your clock, it works by your readiness. It moves in response to your faith. When you trust divine timing, you allow life to surprise you. You stop micromanaging every detail and start listening to your inner guidance. You begin to enjoy the journey instead of obsessing over the destination. And you become magnetic, not because you chased, but because you trusted. Trust creates space. Trust allows. Trust says, I am already on the path. I don't need to rush. What is mine is coming. And from that space of openness, everything can flow faster, easier, and more beautifully than you imagined. Look around you. Nature never hurries, yet everything is accomplished. The sun doesn't rush to rise. The seasons don't compete with one another. Flowers bloom when they're ready, not when someone shouts, hurry up! So why are you pressuring yourself to bloom before your soul is ready? You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to take your time. You are allowed to release the pressure and trust that you are being carried. Divine timing doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing what is right for this moment, without fear or panic. It means being in tune with your own energy and acting from a place of peace, not fear. Yes, you have dreams. Yes, you want to see progress. But what if the waiting is not punishment? What if it's preparation? What if the delay is actually a gift, gently shaping you into the version of yourself who can fully receive and sustain the blessing. There is no lost time in spirit. Everything you think you've missed, every opportunity you believe has passed you by, can be restored to you in miraculous ways. The universe knows how to catch you up. It knows how to reroute you without judgment. But it needs your trust. So breathe, relax into this moment. Let go of the fear that too late or not doing enough. Affirm with love, I am right where I need to be. Life is on my side. I trust the perfect unfolding of my journey. Your miracle is not on the clock. It is in the vibration of trust. And the more you let go of time, the faster it will come. You are not waiting on your dream. Your dream is waiting on you to trust. And when you do, everything will align in divine perfection, just as it was always meant to. There is nothing more powerful than feeling safe within yourself. When you create inner safety, you stop seeking validation from the world around you. You stop chasing things, people, or situations to make you feel whole. Instead, you become the steady, grounded presence in your own life. And as you build this inner foundation, the universe mirrors it right back to you. Most of us grow up learning to find our sense of safety in outer circumstances. We believe we will finally feel secure when we get the relationship, the money, the job, the approval. But this approach always leads to fear, because what the world gives, it can also take away. When your sense of worth or safety depends on something outside of you, you will constantly feel vulnerable and unsteady. One shift in someone else's mood, one unexpected bill, one no from the world, and suddenly your whole sense of security crumbles. But what if safety didn't come from the outside? What if it came from within? What if right here and now you had the power to make yourself feel supported, grounded, and whole without anything needing to change? The moment you realize that you are the source of your own safety, you begin to change your life in miraculous ways. Because energy responds to energy. When you walk through life feeling afraid, unsure, or not good enough, the universe reflects those feelings back to you through your experiences. But when you radiate confidence, peace, and trust, the world rises up to meet you there. It all begins inside. To create inner safety means to become your own sanctuary. It means to speak kindly to yourself, especially in moments of uncertainty. It means to hold yourself with love when you feel triggered, instead of abandoning yourself through judgment or fear. It means telling yourself the truth. I've got you. You are safe. You are enough. When you feel unsafe within, you start manifesting from lack. You make choices out of desperation instead of inspiration. You cling to people who don't treat you well. You overwork yourself trying to earn your worth. And yet, even when you get what you want, it doesn't feel peaceful because you didn't feel safe in the process. But when you shift your energy and begin to feel safe now, without anything needing to happen, the world begins to change. The universe is always responding to your vibration, not your words. So if you're saying, I want abundance, but deep down you feel afraid of lack, the universe hears the fear, not the desire. Inner safety is the foundation that allows your manifestations to flow. It tells the universe, I am open, I trust. I am ready. You no longer need to control or force outcomes. You can rest in knowing that everything is working out for you, even if you can't see how just yet. This isn't about pretending that everything is perfect. It's about meeting yourself where you are and gently choosing a better feeling thought. It's about calming your nervous system, breathing deeply, and reminding yourself that your worth is not dependent on outside results. Affirm to yourself daily, I am safe in my body. I am safe in my mind. I am safe in this moment. And watch how this calm, trusting energy begins to attract more ease, more peace, and more opportunities. When you feel safe within, you're no longer triggered by rejection. You understand that every no is simply a redirection to something better. When you feel safe within, you don't chase love, you radiate it. You don't fear being alone, you cherish your own company. You don't need everything to happen now. You trust that it's already on its way. The work is not about fixing the world. It's about creating a solid, loving home within yourself, a place where you are always welcomed, a space where your inner child feels held, a sanctuary where your soul is free to breathe. You have the power to create that space right now. You don't have to wait until you have more money, more success, more love. You can decide that this moment is enough and that you are enough in it. When you stop outsourcing your safety, you reclaim your power. And when you reclaim your power, the universe begins to rearrange itself in the most beautiful ways to match your new energy. Because the world is not happening to you, it's responding to you. So breathe, place your hand on your heart, whisper softly, I am safe, I am supported, I'm exactly where I need to be. And know that as you cultivate safety within, everything you desire begins to arrive. With ease, with grace, and in divine timing. Because now you're ready. Wanting is a state of separation. It is a signal to the universe that you believe something is missing. It says, I don't have what I need, and so life responds with more lack, more waiting, more yearning. But when you shift from wanting to being, your entire reality begins to transform. You are not here to beg the universe for your desires. You are here to embody them, to become the living, breathing expression of what you seek. You are not a powerless soul reaching out into the dark, hoping to be chosen. You are a divine creator, and your energy is the brush that paints your reality. When you want something, it often feels like you're reaching for it, but it's always just out of grasp. You place it on a pedestal believing that once you get it, then you'll feel good, safe, loved, or complete. But this mindset delays the very thing you desire. It turns your dream into something distant instead of something you already are. The key is this: stop wanting to be loved. Be love. Stop wanting success. Be success. Stop wanting peace. Be peace. The energy of being is magnetic. It pulls your desires toward you because you are no longer separate from them. Imagine a person who wants love so deeply that they search for it in every conversation, every glance, every text message. They are always hoping someone will give them what they feel they lack. Now imagine someone who walks through life knowing they are love. They radiate it. They speak kindly to themselves. They treat others with warmth. They are not looking for someone to complete them. They already feel whole. And in that wholeness, love flows to them effortlessly. This is the power of being. When you live in the energy of already having what you desire, you align yourself with it fully. You become a match for it. You stop needing it to fill a gap, and instead you allow it to meet you on the same level. You no longer chase. You attract. But to truly step into being, you must quiet the voice of lack. You must stop feeding the belief that something outside of you will save you. Nothing external can do that. The relationship, the money, the recognition, they are beautiful, but they are only reflections. The real shift happens inside. Ask yourself, how would I feel if I already had it? Would you feel grateful, confident, relaxed, joyful? Then don't wait. Feel that now. Be that now. The mind might resist. It might say, but it's not real yet. And that's okay. You are not pretending. You are aligning. You are choosing to believe in your power over your doubt. This is not about ignoring reality. It's about reshaping it. Your external world is always catching up to your internal world. So the more you become the vibration of your desire, the faster it arrives. Not because you forced it, but because you were ready to receive it. Replace "I want to be confident" with "I am choosing to stand in my power today." Replace "I want to be wealthy" with "I am open to receiving abundance in all forms now." Replace "I want love" with "I am love." And I allow it to flow freely in my life. Being doesn't mean you stop having goals or dreams. It means you approach them from a place of wholeness, not neediness. You move forward with trust, not desperation. You take inspired action from joy, not fear. There is nothing wrong with wanting. It is natural, it is human. But staying in the energy of wanting keeps you waiting. It keeps you separate. Being bridges that gap. It closes the space between you and your dreams by reminding you that everything you desire is already within you. So breathe, turn inward, notice where you've been grasping or reaching. Then gently return to the truth. You are already enough. You are already aligned. You are already whole. From this space, your desires don't feel like distant dreams. They feel like your natural state. And that's when the magic happens. That's when the people, the opportunities, the breakthroughs start arriving. Because you're not just hoping for them, you've become the version of you who naturally attracts them. There is no force more powerful than a person who chooses to be what they once longed for. So today, stop wanting, stop being, and watch the universe rise to meet you. The words you speak shape your reality. Every sentence, every thought whispered into the silence of your day carries energy. It either builds the world you want to live in or delays it. When you speak as if it's already done, you activate the creative power within you. You stop begging, you stop waiting, you begin to live in alignment with the outcome you desire. Most people speak from their current circumstances. They describe what's going wrong, what hasn't shown up yet, what still feels missing. And by doing so, they unknowingly reinforce the very reality they're trying to change. I'm broke, they say. No one loves me. I can't seem to get ahead. And the universe listens, faithfully reflecting that story back to them. But you have another choice. You can speak from vision, not from lack. You can choose words that match the life you're stepping into, not the one you're leaving behind. Speak with certainty, speak with love, speak as if you are already living the life that lights up your soul. Instead of saying, "I hope I find peace," say, "I am at peace. Peace lives in me now." Instead of saying, "I want to be healthy," declare, "My body is healing beautifully. Every cell is radiating wellness." Replace "I wish I could find love" with "I am deeply loved. Love flows to me in beautiful ways." Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what is real and what is imagined. It takes every word you speak as truth and begins to shift your energy accordingly. Your body responds, your mood lifts, and slowly your outer world begins to reflect what you've been affirming inside. This is not pretending. This is choosing to stand in the vibration of truth, because your desires are not random. They are whispers of the person you are becoming. When you speak as if it's already done, You stop resisting life. You stop telling stories rooted in fear. You begin to trust divine timing and act from alignment, not anxiety. There is great power in claiming what is yours before it physically arrives. That's how all miracles begin. Not with proof, but with belief. Not with evidence, but with unwavering faith. The kind of faith that says, it's already mine. I'm not waiting, I'm receiving. This doesn't mean you ignore your present reality. It means you acknowledge it without becoming a prisoner to it. You say, yes, this is where I am. And still, I know what's coming. I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of. Speak blessings over your life, over your health, your relationships, your finances, your dreams. Even when things feel uncertain, even when nothing looks like it's working, speak with love, speak with grace, speak with power. Because your voice is not just sound, it is the instrument of creation. Start each morning by declaring what is already unfolding for you. Say, thank you for the abundance that is finding me today. Thank you for the peace that surrounds me. Thank you for the love that fills my life. Use your words to water the seeds you've planted, not to dig them up with doubt. Do not wait for results before you believe. Believe, and the results will come. Every great shift begins inside. It begins in the quiet moments, in the soft declarations spoken into the mirror, in the gentle affirmations whispered before sleep. You are not a passive observer in your life. You are the author. So write the story you want to live. Speak the chapter you're ready to turn. And if fear shows up, remind yourself, fear is just the echo of the old self trying to hold on. You don't have to listen. You can choose new words. You can choose to say, it is done. You can choose to say, I am ready. You can choose to say, thank you, even before the blessing lands in your hands. The universe responds to clarity, to confidence, to conviction. So speak with all your heart, speak with joy, speak with trust. And then let go. Let life meet you where you already are, at the finish line of your faith. Because when you speak as if it's already done, you collapse the waiting. You align with the frequency of your dream, and before you know it, that dream is standing right in front of you, because it's been waiting for you to believe. So speak now, not from fear, but from power. Not from longing, but from knowing. It is already done, and so it is. Gratitude is not just a response. It is a magnetic force. It is not something you offer only after your desires arrive. It is the very energy that brings them closer. When you begin to feel grateful, before the manifestation appears, you open the door for miracles to unfold. You shift your focus from what's missing to what is possible. And in that shift, your whole vibration rises. You are not waiting for something to happen in order to feel good. You are choosing to feel good now, and by doing so, you become a match for what you desire. Gratitude is a declaration of trust. It says to the universe, I know it's already mine. I don't need to see it to believe it. I believe it, and that's why I will see it. Most people wait. They wait for the relationship to feel loved. They wait for the money to feel secure. They wait for the opportunity to feel successful. But life doesn't work that way. What you feel consistently, you attract. When you live in the feeling of lack, you attract more lack. But when you live in the feeling of fullness, even before anything changes, life begins to mirror that fullness back to you. Imagine waking up each morning and saying, thank you for the abundance that is already on its way. Thank you for the healing that is unfolding in my body. Thank you for the opportunities lining up for me now. Thank you for the peace. that is already here. These words may seem simple, but they carry deep energy. They shift your nervous system. They calm your thoughts. They soften your resistance. And the moment you release resistance, you open the flow. You stop pushing and you begin receiving. Gratitude is more than just a mental practice. It is an energetic declaration that you trust the process of life. It means you understand that everything is happening for you, not to you. Even the delays, the detours, the moments of silence, they all have a purpose. They are guiding you, preparing you, strengthening your capacity to receive what you've asked for. When you're truly grateful, you stop keeping score. You no longer ask, when will it come, or why hasn't it happened yet? Because deep inside, you already know it's done. You already feel the joy. You already feel the love. And in that energy, there is no more waiting, only allowing. Start thanking life for things that haven't yet shown up. Speak as if they are already yours. Thank the universe for your dream home, even if you're living in a temporary space. Thank life for your soul-aligned partner, even if you haven't met them yet. Thank your body for its strength, even if you're still on the path to healing. This is not delusion, it is powerful alignment. It is living in the energy of what you want before it appears. It is faith in action. Gratitude dissolves fear. It removes doubt. It quiets the mind that wants to control every detail. It brings you back into the present moment, where all your power lives. Because everything you're asking for is not found in some distant future. It is accessed through now. And gratitude anchors you there. There is no greater signal you can send to the universe than the vibration of genuine appreciation. It says, I'm ready. It says, I trust. It says, I already feel the blessing coming closer. Even on hard days, you can find one thing to be thankful for. A kind word, a breath of fresh air, a lesson that made you stronger. Every time you choose to see the gift instead of the gap, you shift your frequency. You don't need a perfect life to feel grateful, you just need a willing heart. And once your heart is open, everything else begins to unfold naturally. So be grateful today, not just for what is, but for what is becoming. Be grateful for the dream that's growing, even if it's still beneath the surface. Be grateful for the signs, the nudges, the synchronicities that are leading you forward. Thank the universe as if it's already done. Because it is. The moment you asked, it was already in motion. And the more you give thanks, the faster it moves toward you. Not because you're trying to rush it, but because you're finally matching it. Gratitude isn't the end of the journey. It's the beginning. It sets everything into motion. It aligns your spirit with what you desire, and it reminds you that you are not separate from your dreams. You are one with them. So take a deep breath, soften your heart, and give thanks. Not just for what you see, but for all the beauty that's already on its way to you. When you are creating a new reality for yourself, it is so easy to get caught up in looking for evidence. You start a new habit and you immediately look for results. You set an intention and you immediately scan the world to see if it's working. But true transformation doesn't happen by chasing evidence. It happens by staying in the energy. It happens by choosing the feeling of what you want, even when there's no visible proof. The energy always comes first, the evidence always follows. But most people do it backward. They say, show me the change and then I'll believe. They wait for the outside world to shift, before they allow themselves to feel abundant, successful, loved, or healed. But the universe mirrors your energy. It doesn't lead it. If you wait to see it before you believe it, you will be waiting forever. When you stay in the energy of what you desire, you are telling life, this is who I am now. Not someday, not when circumstances finally align, now. You embody the feeling, you live in the vibration of your dreams, you walk, talk, and breathe as if it is already yours. And as you do, the evidence begins to appear, gently, gradually, beautifully. It is easy to doubt when you are focused on the outer world. It's easy to say nothing's happening. I don't see any change. But real growth often happens underground, like seeds pushing through the soil before they ever break the surface. Just because you can't see it yet doesn't mean it isn't happening. Just because it's invisible doesn't mean it's inactive. Your job is not to manage the timing. Your job is not to control how or when things unfold. Your only responsibility is to stay faithful to the energy, to nurture it, to protect it, to return to it again and again, even when the mind wants to spiral into fear or frustration. If you want to live a new reality, you have to become it energetically first. You have to feel the abundance before the money comes. You have to feel the love before the relationship appears. You have to feel the success before the doors open. This is the sacred dance of manifestation, living the energy first. This isn't about pretending or forcing yourself to be fake. It's about choosing to connect with the deepest truth of your soul, the part of you that already knows it's possible, the part of you that already feels whole. When you stay in the energy, you are no longer a beggar in your own life. You are a creator. You are someone who moves forward with quiet confidence, even when the outside world hasn't caught up yet. There will be days when your old patterns try to pull you back. There will be moments when fear whispers that it's not working, but that is the moment to lean in deeper. That is the moment to stay committed to your energy, not to the evidence. Close your eyes and feel it. Feel what it's like to live in your dream. Feel what it's like to be free, to be loved, to be supported. Let it be so real in your heart that the absence of evidence doesn't shake you. You are not waiting. You are living it now from the inside out. Remember, manifestation is not a straight line. It's a dance. It's a conversation between you and the divine. And sometimes the universe rearranges things behind the scenes before the results become visible. Trust the invisible work. Trust the unseen progress. If you find yourself getting discouraged, come back to the energy. If you find yourself doubting, come back to the vision. If you find yourself looking too hard for signs, soften and return to the feeling of already having it. The evidence will come. It always does. It's a law as certain as the sunrise. But don't waste your beautiful, precious energy obsessing over when or how. Instead, pour your energy into who you are becoming. Pour it into the joy of already receiving. Pour it into the gratitude that says, thank you, it's already done. The more you live in the energy, the more natural the evidence becomes. Opportunities flow to you. People show up. Ideas spark. Solutions appear. And it feels effortless, not because it was easy, but because you stayed aligned. You trusted yourself. You trusted life. You trusted the invisible long before it became visible. So today, choose to stay in the energy. Choose to be the vibration of your dreams. Choose to live from the truth of who you are becoming, not from the evidence of what has been. You are creating something beautiful. Stay in it. Feel it. Trust it. And soon enough, the world around you will catch up with the beautiful reality you've already claimed within.